And there we go. And that's a great sound to come in on. Hello everybody and welcome to the Learn Dota 2 League Season 13. This is it, baby.
At
It's
Grand
the big one.
Finals.
Grand Finals. It's for all the marbles. We're here with Randy.
Hello.
We're here with me, I'm Anani, and we're here with Combination Bean.
Hello!
As links to various streams are going up all across the world.
Make sure you watch ours. We're the
Well,
good
yeah.
ones.
A big day, you know, there's always something different feeling about Grand Finals day.
What feels different
Yeah.
today, Randy?
Top two teams, big fight feel.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
That is true. It's an interesting combination of teams. I don't
Teams
think.
that fought their way here, knocked out tournament favorites.
Yeah, neither of them were particularly favorites to get to this point. You know, last season, I think, for the most part, was pretty clear cut. You know, everybody just kind of knew, okay, it's going to be Backdoor Boys, Panic at the Roche Pit, Radiant Straits, GG's, some combination of those four, I think, after the first couple of weeks.
Alright.
But
We-
we got
Interesting.
first pick
CM.
CM.
CM opener. I like CM, like seeing her.
They have Bananigans
That's
CM, I assume.
So 5. Yeah. Bananigans, Otto.
10 seconds
See, they've banned Lena and Eraser.
5 seconds
Well, the
remaining.
Sand King and Windrunner from the dive.
Lena and Razor are both Ray Bay heroes, so
Mm.
it's pretty targeted.
And
Makes sense.
for the record, just to reiterate,
Dire team pick.
this is a 2-minute delay, so for those of you who are going to be joining us for the first time, this is 2-minute delay, tournament regulations. You know how it goes. In fact, we actually just came online now on our view, so.
Shadow Shaman.
10 seconds remaining.
I am
Sorry,
Shadow
I-
Shaman.
I had to wait for you to
5
stop talking
seconds
before I said
remaining.
Shadow Shaman, but
It's okay.
Radiant team
kind of similar like stream delay, you know, because it was like a 30-second delay.
Okay, we got a Bristle.
And
Actually,
Bristle.
BBC was talking about how Bristle is kind of a shared hero in between these two teams' pools, so
Yeah.
not
Right.
surprising to see it.
Viper,
Immediate Viper come
immediate.
out. That is not a good prize for Bristleback. You wanna hear a spoiler, okay? I play a whole lot of Bristleback, and there ain't many heroes he wants to see less than that guy.
Yeah, break is bad.
Break is horrible for him. Not only does he have break, he also doesn't like things like big DOTs. He
Right.
does not like the slows. I mean, Viper really has everything that Bristleback doesn't like, and even when Bristle gets that BKB, he's still got to contend with the Viper Strike, which still sucks.
Makes him a very miserable porcupine. Or whatever he is. I think it's a porcupine. I don't tend to ask.
Oh, and for the record, we actually just got a special request from one of the viewers in chat.
Oh, right. No, I cannot say that, Admiral Lacey. Thank you for asking. I don't know who that man is, so I cannot do the cadence properly.
Dang.
Interestingly, they banned the, that one. This might be an off-lane combo on the Dire already.
I think more targeted bans. Another Ray Bay ban in the Orc Warden and a Jumpman ban in the Snapfire.
Yep,
And Big Boy
Jumpman.
LaCroix for Centaur.
Jumpman probably most notable rather on that Snapfire.
Mm-hmm.
Arc Snorton, very common
Makes
Ray Bay
sense.
hero.
You know, Snapfire, she makes heroes jump, so,
Right, that's true. There is some continuity with that.
you know, it is his name, it's something he'd like, naturally.
Hunter Bounty's dropping a lot on Big Boy LaCroix here, actually. Which is interesting, because I feel like there's a decent enough chance that it's a Big Boy Viper. Like, these might be
be.
wasted bans.
We'll see.
Especially if they're banning out a million pause 3s, then you can be pretty much guaranteed that that's a Big Boy Viper. But on the other hand, maybe that's part of the intent here. Maybe they want to force him to be in the offlane, they know where he's going. Certainly they can't expect this is auto. This is as far as possible from an auto
Yeah,
on
it's not an
Bismarck
auto
hero.
hero.
Yeah.
Auto's
And I don't...
sticking a carry mid.
5 seconds remaining.
No Clinks, by the way. Clinks
No
is banned.
Clinks.
That's probably the most interesting ban on the list, actually. We have not seen a lot of Clinks this season.
Yeah, maybe they want to keep the CM alive, because it's not fun to be CM against one of those pop-out heroes, because you just kind of, whoops.
right?
Sorry, guys, I existed on the map. See you in a minute.
I will say Clinks is also kind of a hero that doesn't like to see Viper, not because necessarily
10
Clinks,
seconds remaining.
fears the break all that much, but a lot more because Clinks
5
does
seconds
not really
remaining.
like having somebody who can just kind of drop a lot of magic damage on his head like that, and especially if Viper gets that shard, I mean, Clinks just turns into bone dust if he gets armor broken by that Viper shard, basically.
Poor man.
Radiant team pick.
Ooh.
Disruptor.
Disruptor.
Very
So
good hero
boss
here.
disruptor, classic.
Very good hero
Lovely.
here. Surprised it wasn't banned, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Um,
Locks him down. Big silence like that.
really screws over both Crystal Maiden and Viper. Just somebody
Does.
neither of them want to see.
Thunderdome time.
10 seconds
Yep.
remaining.
Gonna force
Right.
Viper more or less to build a fairly early BKB, and that's something you just don't really want to do as Viper.
Yeah.
Now, there are many heroes right now, I would say almost a super majority. No, I would say the super majority of cores want to build BKB ASAP in this meta. Viper not on that list, so
Right.
forcing him to build one here, you're gonna actually save yourself a lot of sweat in this game.
Right.
I
Ju-
am the
There it
Juggernaut.
is.
Juggernaut.
That's the hero that everyone's been talking about in this series.
I am the Jakiro.
And Auto gets it. They let
Nice.
Auto have it.
It's true.
So is this a... Have they been playing Jug mid?
Has Otto
Yeah,
been
it's
playing
a-
Jug mid?
it's a
Like,
Jug
yeah,
mid,
like
yeah.
every week, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
he played it to the greatest effect in the Princess series. I mean, it
Yeah.
won them that series.
Otto, I'm not a big fan of Jug mid, so I'm gonna need you to lose this game for me, buddy. This
Alright.
can't exist.
Right, whatever
And
you're
pretty much-
saying, Bean.
The
Yeah.
entire discourse for the entire week has been, okay, Jug has to be first man for pretty much both of these teams, or like Friend Sack picks it first, something wacky like that, to deny Auto from picking it. What actually happens is it gets let through and Auto gets to pick it.
In round 2 to
Really
boot.
interesting.
Yeah.
And
see.
I'll tell you this much. This is not a bad Jug game. I mean, Bristle against Jug isn't great, but he has a
Ooh.
lot of answers for that. And
Jug.
Jug, I don't know. I'm not that big of a fan of the Medusa against Jug matchup, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I think
And
Jug
also,
is a,
I think Viper breaks you, which actually cancels your Q.
Yes,
Jug-
this is true.
And you don't really want to run that far as Deuces, so that's problematic.
This is a weird Deucey game, I'll say that.
Jug, one of the more prolific diffusal blade buyers. In fact, funnily enough, in the BBC, Otto von Bismarck was in chat talking about, oh, just buy diffusal blade on Juggernaut and Medusa can't do anything this game.
Here
So
we
you know
go,
he's gonna
we
do
have a
it.
Jug against Dusa, yeah.
Right. So, logical.
Interesting.
Katie in chat says, "No Jug!" in all
Yes,
caps.
Jug.
And she says that right before they pick Jug on the
Yeah.
cast.
There you
so-
go.
I assume she means no Jug ban.
Yeah, presumably. Or maybe she expected them to pick it in this first one on the Dire. We'll see. But
No
either
brew.
way, similar surprise from the no, it's no brew. No brewskis. Okay,
If they're
so-
running brew, it'd be like a brew mid, right?
Unless they're thinking it's Bristle mid, but that's like... I feel like I wouldn't run Bristle mid because they could send Viper mid, and then you're a sad, sad boy, so...
Well, they're gonna
No.
send Jug mid.
yeah, they're gonna
Yeah,
send Jug mid
yeah,
now,
for
so
one.
I guess so. Still. I expect this BB might be
10
wanting to be
seconds
off lane.
We need to beat a Zero unless Beatus is playing Viper again.
Right. I think I would just they haven't given me any reason. If I'm Otto here, they haven't given me a single reason to consider sending Viper to the safe lane, except
Was
maybe
there not a
ownership
game
on
where
Bristle.
we thought Viper was 3 and it actually was Beatus?
Yeah, there was a game that was
I think
that.
they remember this.
There was a
Like
game
and
that was
Axe and
that.
AM.
And it was a
I was gonna
game where
say-
he was trying to chase around a guy through the is chasing around the Monkey King around the map basically,
Yeah,
right?
Right.
As far as we definitely don't need to see that here. Definitely no need for it here. But
don't
honestly,
chase
if
Monkey.
if I'm Bismarck here, I think I'm just sending Viper 3 and picking up a 1 here because they have not given me a good reason not to do so, basically.
Yeah.
Interesting that they're banning 3s. They think the last pick is a 3 for 100 bounties. So is it
They
1
do.
Bristle? Maybe?
I mean, it could
Maybe
be
one
one
Bristle.
Bristle, though. Again, I feel like that's dangerous when you've been pretty heavily countered. You probably don't want to make your big scaling person
I
on
think their big
whoopsies.
ceiling person is Ray
Or
Baby.
Dusa, yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess one. Then what would Dusa be? Dusa mid, I guess? I don't know.
It's an interesting question.
It is definitely interesting. I'm not sure where anyone's going yet, which is good. It's always good in drafting,
Yeah.
Confuse your enemies and
Get-
they won't know what to do against you.
Gives
I
you
mean,
options, keeps
I
things
think
open.
I think it's easier to call who's playing who than who's going where with Hunter Bounties, which is the typical setup. I mean, obviously Jumpman on Shaman, obviously Boss on Disruptor, obviously Poop on Bristleback, and most likely Ray
Maybe?
Baby
Yeah. Ray
on
Baby,
Medusa.
Deuce, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
I
a
get-
question of what Captain Virile, what Manifest Destiny, what Senor Cruz is picking, and where he is going this game.
Yes. What is the plan? Using a lot of reserve time, but I guess since it's last pick, they have it on Birds Aren't Real.
Yeah, you might as well, don't rush into a last pick.
Yeah.
30
Time to
seconds.
think.
Hey, while we're thinking about this, Beam, why are you here again?
Why am I here? You invited me, and also because you asked every single other member of the Backdoor Boys first, and they all
They
were
didn't
busy.
answer, yeah. So,
So,
Chaos Knight.
Beans here, Chaos Knight.
It's a position 3 CK. You love to see it.
Well, could be, I
This
guess.
is
Could
interesting.
be.
Yeah.
It's probably a Beatus CK if I had to guess.
We'll see.
Uh,
Big Boy. Doesn't Big Boy play CK3?
It could be Beatus Viper too,
It
because
could
we have
be.
seen Beatus Viper.
It could be
But
Big Boy
Big Boy
LaCroix
is
playing.
known to like CK.
It could be
Yeah.
Big Boy LaCroix on CK on pause 1. It could be doing
Also
that.
possible.
Because Otto von
Um,
Bismarck has been, it's not. We haven't seen that many BAR games, but I've got testimony from his team that has been telling me that he has been trying to do a lot of lane swaps himself.
Yeah.
Which is funny, because that's something that Hunter Bounties has been known to do. So that might be
Right.
what we're looking at here. Is this a good CK game? I think it's alright. I think if Medusa is dealt with appropriately, then CK has legitimately nothing to fear.
Yeah.
He screws up Bristleback. I mean, Bristleback could hypothetically mess up CK if CK didn't pay him any mind at all, but if CK even thinks about Bristleback's existence, it's a bad matchup for Bristleback.
Right.
If Medusa is answered by Viper and Juggernaut, and I think there's a good chance this game that she is good for CK. Legion Commander.
Oh, I like this
Interesting.
Legion game actually.
Wait, this is...
I almost like this Legion game. You can't duel anybody with Viper for round, is the biggest problem. I mean, you're not going to win the duel against Viper anyway, but can't duel anybody if Viper's around, because if Viper's
Captain
around,
Duel
you'll lose the duel.
Trashman Bristle. Huh. Well, Dual Viper.
Well, you won't really win that either.
Well, okay. Auto Juggernaut, yeah. Beatus, I think it's Giraffe, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Viper, Big Boy, CK Baby, Dusa.
That is
Alright.
what we're gonna do so.
Everybody picks rather predictably, but we still have yet to see where they're going for the lanes.
We have. This
Yeah.
could be exciting.
Yeah, there's nothing that Legion Commander can do less than win a duel when she's broken, and Viper is great at that.
Right.
If she's dueling when Viper's around, she can't. The best she can do is
Just have your
draw.
disruptor deal with the Viper, surely. Like you send boss in to drop everything on Viper's head and then you duel.
Right. But even then,
You
it's
duel like a
still it's
jug.
like you duel Jug, and then I think CK can just kind of pull you away. You shove the
Well,
ice
where's
bath.
the team then? Like your team is
That-
supposed to be dealing with these people.
That's a great
Yeah.
question, but the answer is unable to deal with these people. I mean, the only thing you really have is the Static Storm and the Medusa ult. And if Medusa
Those
is
are two
ulting,
pretty big things to have.
if Medusa is ulting for the duel, she's going to lose the team fight.
That's
And
generally
Static Storm is needed for Viper specifically. There is if both of those things don't get 5, then
We'll see.
you're done.
It's a nice Legion set, though.
It's true.
Good drip.
Strip.
There is a lot, and I mean a lot, on the plate of the Hunter Bounty supports in this game. That much is absolutely certain. Like, Shaman and Disruptor have to basically completely inert the entire team, the entire enemy team in fights, or else there's no path to win them for Hunter Bounties. Like, if Viper is unsilenced in a fight, then it's a miserable loss for Hunter Bounties, and there's a good chance they lose a duel. If Jakiro is unsilenced during a fight, there is no way they win a duel, they likely lose a fight. If Juggernaut is unsilenced during a fight, then there's no way they win the fight, and I could go on. They have a lot on their minds. On the other hand, if we do get a static, especially the biggest thing that could happen in fights this game is Otto gets static stormed when he wasn't expecting it, right? If we do get static storms that hit like 3 or 4 people on BAR, then they just kind of die instantly.
Yeah.
If we do have like the Medusa that just turns everybody to stone right as the duel starts, then there's no way they win that fight. But it's
There
a
we go.
lot of
A
execution.
5v5 top lane.
No pressure, TSM. Ooh, big fight, big fight. Captain Veal taking some damage, but looking like they're forcing Radiant back.
Yep. Ultimately, I don't think they were expecting a 5v5 there.
Always an
Not
exciting
really.
start to a grand
Oh,
finals. A
CM might die
5v5.
first
and-
blood, looking like it's coming here.
CM
Okay.
tries to stand on the rune to secure it, but there was no hope of that.
There were too many
Watch
people
Rose
there.
first blood.
So rip Bananigans. First blood goes to boss. Oh, he's a
Viper is
Grandmaster
going to go.
Disruptor?
As Ray Bebe mentioned, right, we do have 2 Ancients in the mid lane. That's a very high MMR mid matchup for this
Yes.
league.
mid.
What's CK got? No, I don't like this at all. I do not like this in the slightest.
Hmm.
I do not. CK is great against Bristleback and Disruptor after lane phase ends, but until then, buddy, he ain't got anything to say to him.
Mm.
And Viper in the safe lane doesn't really have anybody he's countering. Like, he doesn't do that much to LC, nor is he great against Shaman. I mean, he's good enough. He can just melt Shaman, but, like,
Mm-hmm.
you can do that to a lot of supports. There's nothing special about the matchup. I don't know. I don't like the laning of this. I think this
Yeah.
is way stronger of a team as CK is the 1 and Viper's the 3.
Yeah.
Both in
more
terms of
common.
literally farm priority, which I'm sure that's how the farm priority is going to be anyway. Literal farm priority, and perhaps more importantly, these lanes. These lanes are not
Right.
good for BAR.
Yeah. I mean, even if you get a lot of farm, if your lane just shits the bed, it tends to slow you down a bit.
Shoutouts to Hollywood, I guess, who's joined us in chat today.
And you said Thugwood, and BGG, age 9, says Jakiro.
But GG8,
There is-
yeah, there is a Jakiro in this game. That
There
is
is.
true, no Jakiro. I've been doing quite a bit of Jakiro this season, so no surprise there.
Right.
But yeah, these lanes, oh, bro. Man, at least Viper's getting good last hit, so if nothing else, even if he's not going to be able to kill, and I'm just going to say this, you want to be able to kill as Viper, right?
Right.
You're not at full complement if you're not getting kills in lane. Farming is just not what your specialty is. But at the very least, having the opportunity, even if he's not getting kills, he is getting farm, so there is that. It's gonna be tough to get kills in this lane. The LC Purge really hurts Viper here, but she's not leveling it yet, which is interesting.
Oh,
Big boy LaCroix, big danger LaCroix up at top.
yeah. Well, but
It's
he
gonna
lived. I think Nuobs slowed him down enough they can really get to him. And he got a
Right.
stun off while in there, so Bristle couldn't just keep fucking.
Alright, both heroes have 6. That is necessary against this Bristle Disruptor.
Yep, there's there's a lot of debate on LD2O quite frequently. When do I get the stick? Pro tip, against Bristleback, literally always.
Yes.
You are shooting
Always.
yourself in the foot not doing it.
Stick good. LC's is getting bullied out of this lane pretty hard with 2 last hits to 16.
Yeah, this is,
that's true. That's a little rough.
Jesus.
This is a great display of, it doesn't matter how the matchup is, you gotta play it the right way, and so far LC hasn't really been doing that.
Alright.
I think, again, another level of press the attack ignored, even though it's very
Mid is
crucial. this lane.
ridiculously even right now. Like, I guess that's to be expected.
That's true. The Otto,
Mid is
even though the
really
last
even.
hits and denies are rather even, Otto's actually got a pretty sizable advantage as far as XP
Yeah,
goes.
that's
At
true.
least had it at last mention. So Otto likely getting more of those, range creeps and all that.
He's got about. Otto does have a level on Dusa right now, 5 to 4.
Yeah, I know we
Has
received.
kind of a full free wave under his own tower a couple minutes ago, and that really gave him a lot of free XP that Dusa couldn't, go up far enough to get.
Right.
Yeah, rip.
And Medusa's going to get something like a wave here, but just a little bit.
Single creep.
Yeah. Looks like she went for a snake to hit him, but then it just bounced the range creep and unexisted.
This is it's an interesting decision. Oh, failed to deny there. Interesting decision to be sure. I don't know. Randy, you're a Pause 1 expert. What do you think about the Juggernaut Medusa matchup? In like the let's play real politic. Okay, Bismarck's here. Let's play real politic. These are the Pause 1s. What do you think of the Pause 1 matchup?
I think Dusa doesn't like it, but if the rest of the team can kill Jug before Dusa has to worry about him, that has to be the goal. Boss is gonna die, I believe.
Yeah.
He's got in the trees.
Oh,
Looks like he
maybe
might be
not.
making it. That's close.
Oh, and while
no.
that was happening, Giraffe, Beatus just jumped
Jump
man, yeah.
Yeah.
Rip, jump man.
Again, nothing too
Actually,
surprising
picks up the raindrops in this lane. Very smart.
Viper
Rare to
does
see that on him.
Honestly, this is that's something that maybe Captain Viro could learn a little bit from in this lane.
Raindrops, good stuff. Good stuff.
I mean, I know I talk about this a lot when I'm talking about Pause 3 type material, but Casual Cloak in lane, swear to God, save your life. It will, especially if you're in a lineup like this. Like, what fizz damage are these two guys going to be doing? Basically none. Pick up that cloak, it will save your life against a safe lane like this.
And it will.
Balladek, shoutouts to Balladek for joining us today. Says Big Boy Hype, Kai, who's also with us.
It's Charles
Says
Offlane.
Charles Offlane, Omega Lol.
Omega? Lol.
It's not very nice, Kai.
I know. Well, Kai,
Tower is under attack.
I didn't say it, but Kai, evil man. You see, he frequently beat me on the team. It's very sad.
Yeah, he beat you, and then
Physically.
after the games, you were telling me that you walked into a doorknob.
Right.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Listen, that was an accident. Anyways, the point here is that
There is no point. So back to
yeah.
mid lane.
back to the lane.
Medusa has actually pulled back ahead in terms of the last hits, but the XP is just very, very similar.
Yeah.
I will
Not by
say
much.
Yeah.
I will say this much. I think if Otto's team itemizes right, it's going to be really hard for the rest of the team to take care of her. Like, if they can do something, if they can get Otto out, if they can get him away from the static storm before the arena goes up, one way or the other, if we got good force staffs and good use of them, especially in this game, then I don't know what they can realistically do to him. If he's not silenced, he's just going to be free, basically.
Yep.
Yes, he lives. Can hit
Top lane,
Dusa
good
during
boy.
the ult too. What is that? Oh,
Boss?
no.
Getting defense played for him by Trashman again up here.
Yeah, that's people order our patties for the record.
Oh
I
man.
didn't do a.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Your ult's
Whoops.
dead, probably.
He's dead.
Rip. Big boy LaCroix may live from that. But he's low, and
Yeah, he's very low, just sticking around.
This
He's taking
bristle
a
is
bit of a
so
risk here.
difficult to deal with already. Like,
Yeah.
they keep trying to go for the kill on boss, and within a couple seconds, both of their HP bars are from 100 to 0 because of these cool sprays.
Downside
Yeah.
is this, and I mean this very literally. Well, you can't see it because we're not like on the same screen. I'm literally just hovering over another toxin light right now. It almost doesn't matter how good Bristle does in this lane.
yeah.
Like,
Well,
he could ball super hard, and it just kind of doesn't matter that much on the Viper here.
Yeah. Viper's also okay. Well, he's caught up a bit, but he is like beating him in last hits and seriously in denies.
Right.
So Viper will be a
Yeah,
bit ahead of
this
him.
Legion
Besides
lane is
countering
really
him.
rough. I mean, 21 denies.
That's not what you want to see.
48 to 15 last hits. That is a solid one lane from Beatus
Yeah.
right there.
If there is one upside to that, it's that Captain Virile is level 6. He didn't make it there at the very least. Though it came
Can
at the
duel
cost
someone.
of Jumpman.
Yeah.
But
But-
in
They're
this
level
starting
3.
top wave.
But if he gets the opportunity, you know, he'll be able to seize it. Working on his phase boots right now.
Jumpman has taken custody of the mid lane as Medusa got a DD and therefore is getting a really clean cooldown on this stack here. Big ancient stack.
Big money. Ooh,
It's
and
a
gets
little
possessed
temperament.
mask. That's nice on Dusa. That helps keep you
Actually,
sustained
have
in the early.
Like definitive XP lead over Otto now, who has to take his own triangle to kind of make up for that.
Yeah. Big moves. Good stacks. Good job, Jumpman. And Dusa.
Right, yeah, it's a pretty clear-cut sign of how this game's going to be going for them. Like, they pretty much scuttled bot lane to try and get a win for Medusa at mid. And they did get that. Now, it's got to pan out, but they did definitely get that. It is
And,
pretty definitively a win for
Yeah.
Medusa here now.
She's going Manta first, it looks like.
Radiant's top tower
Not a bad
is under
choice.
attack.
Sometimes I see Dragonlance first, but Manta's in there usually. Good for farming.
It's interesting. I
fighting.
feel like Manta style usually indicates that you're going to be less inclined to farm, which is interesting. Like you want Dragonlance if you're gonna be farming. At least that's the rap I've heard.
Maybe. I mean, at least what I know about that one is basically your illusions are really good at clearing waves, so I mean, you can also use it to.
The farming item. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, you can also use it to farm while you then walk to a fight with your slow ass and then aren't farming, but
I know,
generally it is a huge farm amplifier.
I know Dragonlance is big on ancient stacks. Like if you're doing ancient
Yeah, it does.
stacks, Dragonlance
They're
is
both
good for that.
they're both farming efficiency items.
Yeah,
You can use to up the efficiency. You know, get more farm.
and they also help fighting later, so you know you don't mind having them then.
Seems like we're ending the lane phase festival rather early, so let's take a look at that net worth chart. Should be no surprise here. Sato and Ray Bebe up at the very top of those charts. Ray Bebe is currently
got
enjoying
800 on him
yep,
though.
currently drawing nearly a grand lead on Otto.
Let them feel the pull of your blade.
So-
Actually,
Interestingly enough, just following them are both of the rather unconventional, well, Bristleback less so than Viper Pause ones. They're about neck and neck with each other here.
Dire's bottom tower
pretty similar. Bristleback actually leading despite slight last hit deficit. I guess the kills are adding up.
And if you want to know just how badly that the offlane went for Legion Commander this game, Shadow Shaman got more money than her net worth on the big ancient stack that Medusa did.
Dire's
Yeah.
bottom
Oh,
tower
no.
is under attack.
So,
Well, she's taking back the lead, so
Yeah,
the
that's
offlane
true.
got caved in. Like
claw
if
your way
this,
back in.
if this was a real pause one instead of Viper, this would be like almost a game losingly bad.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think
Totally
because
fine.
it's Viper, it's like whatever. It's
Yeah.
not a real pause one.
and again,
I mean,
I
it's not
can definitely tell you
perfect,
this
but-
much. I think this goes so much better if you go the other way around, especially since it's like, look at Big Boy LaCroix's farm. He got nothing this game
Oh.
so far.
Waste management up. Bristleback's gonna get jumped by Otto, who does have his Omni. But
Yep, but
can
that
do a quick
wave is in the worst possible spot for it, and so
Mm-hmm.
Trashman walks away, showing the high five.
He
Otto actually
does.
has not upgraded his boots, which is interesting.
He's not. He went Battle Fury first. He got it. So
While that was happening,
looks
there was an attempted jump of the Beatus there at bottom, but it,
Yeah.
even with 3, he takes 1 and walks away. He does not die, so that's not a great sign
That's-
for them right now.
that's not what you want to do. But
Dire's
it's what
top
happens.
tower
I've seen
is
a
under
lot. Whenever you
attack.
like gank the pause one, so many times it's just whoops. We all died to the pause one. RB. Otto looks like he is going for his treads and then a diffusal blade. So
Very good.
getting that
It's
defeat.
going to be a very strong item in this game. It's going to help him a lot in this. I mean, 1, it really is something Medusa never wants to see. 2, the slow is great for Bristleback, specifically. It's just what you want for him here. And 3, being able to knock out mana on heroes like Disruptor or Shadow Shaman often have a pretty distinct problem.
Beatus
with
is
that.
dead.
Wow,
Yeah,
he died to
second time-
APB.
has been killed.
Yep, the second time Shadow Shaman holds him down for the Medusa
Beatus is
ult.
level 13.
Beatus just
Oh
got it.
boy.
Manta. Oh baby.
This is level
Let's go.
13. Otto is level 12 though, while he's about to be after he clears this camp. So
Undesirable.
stack for
Dusha
himself.
likes being ahead.
You want to talk about fighting Titans? This is a super
He's
fighting
just
Titans.
really ahead. Like, this guy has almost 150 last hits at 14 minutes.
Dire's
Jesus.
middle tower
Oh yeah, she's got 1,000 on auto. Over 1,000.
Well, not
Gold.
worth, not last
Not
hit.
worth. Not worth. Not last hits. Yeah.
That would be very impressive, yeah.
Yeah,
The
1,000 last hits on auto
uh,
at 13 minutes. I would.
Auto is
I'd be
actually only
impressed.
30 last hits down.
Yeah.
So
Which
many
would-
creeps are dying in this game, it's actually crazy.
And
Fuck
usually
creeps.
that would not sound like too much, but it is 14 minutes, so
Adds up.
shoutouts to Succubus who has joined us with the letter H, who casted
they
with us a
have.
couple of weeks ago.
Dire's bottom tower is
Greetings.
under attack.
I thought that was just a random person who just posted H.
No, that was
Glad to know.
that was one of the two who joined us for the Dotfa versus
Dire's
Pata
top tower is under
cast
attack.
where
Nice.
infamously Randy stood in, and he fought early as Lifestealer and died.
Nice. I need to watch your cast more. I'm a
Legion
bad friend.
top lane, kind of harassing auto here.
Yeah, I think really more there to try and scare him into thinking a duel was coming than anything
Oh,
else.
Yep.
He's,
Oh, that's a
keeping-
glimpse
Oh, that
into
is,
a
yeah.
static
Glimpse?
storm.
Oh!
It was a huge duel.
Ah!
Does not actually get the damage though.
I don't think it
That's-
matters. They
that's
killed their jug.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
well, it matters a little bit because Legion's behind, and then she
Sure.
just barely doesn't, start her dual money. But still,
Unfortunate, but I like.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
mean,
you're
you
not
kill-
mad about that.
Yeah, you
still
kill
really.
auto, so.
You're
Yeah.
just not as happy as you could have been.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of an O.
That's pretty
Oh.
big.
Big boy
Ooh,
Troy going
Aggressive
to,
back just found a big stack.
Because also that means Ray Bebe is farming. While Jug is
CM
not.
ults, kind of with no way to hold him down.
Yep.
Doesn't do too much. Though it looks like
They
people like Troy
they
will
were
take the
banking on a
stack
better
before he's
reality
stolen.
rift there, I think.
Yeah.
As I was saying, right? Death timer 25 to 30 seconds. I didn't see exactly what it was, but that's that amount of seconds that Ray Bebe is getting more creeps and Jug
Yeah.
is not.
Bristle's
Right.
actually pulled ahead of Jug right now. Just by like 100, but still.
Right.
Unideal.
It is interesting because on one hand there is that, on the other hand there is sort of the infamous weakness of Hunter Bounties. Here, Bean, here's a pop quiz. You played against this team, I made notes for you, you read those notes, hopefully you remember. What is Hunter Bounty's biggest problem?
Closing.
Correct! They
Good.
they struggle to close games. Even when they're winning on a pretty decisive level. They do
Yeah.
often struggle to actually close, to actually finish up those games. So
I
as a
used to have that
result,
problem a lot.
that is very interesting because if they struggle to do that
Whoop,
here,
smoke
and
right
Jug
here.
starts- and
Three-man
Jug starts to
smoke.
come back,
Smoke.
definitely
Never
still.
Oh,
mind.
looks like they're gonna
Robes.
find Jakiro, probably get a duel off.
Is under
Yeah, that's
He's
a duel.
dead.
Kill him?
Funny if he dies
Okay.
to the jungle creeps.
Yeah. Be funny if he dies to the jungle creeps a second after duel ends, but no,
Oh.
Legion gets your 10 damage, Jug TP's out.
But something
not-
interesting just happened on the other side of the match. Bit
There you
Boy
go,
Troy
Trash Man.
Mananigans just randomly smashed up Trash Man. People ordering
Yep.
Dire's
patties.
bottom tower is under
I don't know
attack.
who's that. That's
Polak,
unideal.
who also joined us on that particular game, is also here. Shoutouts to him, giving us a big
Yeah, Polak-
H.
Radiant's bottom
Imagine not
tower
winning duel
has fallen.
3v1.
Sure.
Listen,
I don't have
Juggernaut's
to
a big
imagine
man.
it, just that.
Ooh,
Dire's
Dusa
top
has
tower
one of her ultimate orbs, just one more, and she'll have her Scatty.
Oh, that is such a quick Scotty.
They're all
Yeah.
TPing up here to this top tower.
Now
which
she's
is
at like
interesting.
300 gold. It's
Otto's
gonna be
found
one.
Jumpman.
Otto.
Jug's hex, Jug's hex, he's stunned. They're running in. That one, Otto's TPing out. Now he's
Otto's
not
dueled,
he's
he's
dueled.
dead.
He's fucking dead. Ooh, no.
This is so big.
That was
What?
that was a time when he super needed to ult and he just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Now, ironically, that's a very unusual situation for Juggernaut, but I'm pretty much certain he just got killed by his Q. Like if he
Yeah,
just
spammed.
omnied,
Whoops.
if he
yeah.
had just omnied, I'm pretty sure he lives that.
Yeah. But,
He didn't do
whoopsies.
that.
And again, 30-second death timer. Your game stops while Ray Bebe's continues to grow.
Right, just got a
Radiant
DD.
structures are fortified.
Yeah.
They need to get a revenge kill on the Dusa, and they need to get one as soon as humanly possible. I think it is definitely possible. I think even with the Scotty, she still is immortal. It's still just
Yeah.
never a good thing to see the Viper there.
Radiant's middle
Yeah.
tower
And they do have the defusal out on the jug as well.
Thank you. Viper
He's gonna
has,
be mid to
I
this
think has
fight.
Zatos now, but he needs it delivered.
He gets put in a static storm.
Oh,
But it's not a
he's
very
not locked
effective
in, so
one.
he gets out.
Yeah.
TM buys back.
They
It was
just have
effective
too many
at stopping
masters.
the Omni.
They have too many masters disturbing this team fight. They just have to retreat.
Yeah.
They stopped the Omni, which is, I believe, the main goal of that static storm.
On one hand, they stopped the Omni. That's pretty good. On the other hand, I think the biggest takeaway from that is when everyone on B are together, and whenever there's not one that's in like just a really obvious pick-off position, it is very, very difficult to figure out what master to serve there because you just kind of had 3 different ults dropping on 3 different people there.
We need to work on the communications.
Well, I
Looks
mean,
like
even the
we do.
communications, I don't know if it's a communication issue so much as it is just a real politic issue. I mean, who do you drop everything
Yeah.
on?
Oh,
They
Jug's
have everything on the jug
shackled.
here.
Oh, he did that. Rebebe ults, but Jug looks like he's getting out. CM's dead.
Big
Big
thing.
boy the court. Oh,
Omni
Omni, but it's
slash.
going on Rebebe.
Omni,
Oh,
yeah.
but it's...
Oh, that's a lot of damage around the fight.
Yeah.
Bristleback
they got
dead.
it.
Otto's dead though.
He's dead, but Otto is in trouble, but they're in the
Sick
break.
ice pass.
Oh, he's dead.
They're in the
Oh.
break.
But the upgraded
LC
thing, they're all
dead.
stuck. Go near. Oh!
Medusa's
Wait,
looking
wait,
very
wait.
dead!
Ultra kill for
from
Beaver.
Oh, Venus!
Okay. What an all-star.
The Venus!
I like how that Viper line is transcripted as tee heart.
Okay, alright.
Interesting
Well,
fight.
Gleipnir reveal, baby. Big money.
Yeah, that is as big of a reveal as you can get. Wow.
Upside,
Got like 4 or 5 people.
Oh,
yeah.
Rampage?
Make that 5.
Mine's...
No rampage.
Too late for the
Super
rampage.
away.
Rampage, yeah.
Well,
Unfortunate.
Venus is big. Note.
Yep.
I didn't realize
That's
he was
an
this big.
unexpectedly large
Extremely
Viper player.
big. Yeah.
Yeah.
His middle tower
Reminds me of
Oh,
God
now
like
he's-
Madam Mage too.
He's actually pulled ahead of Otto with that, and he's 2k behind Bay.
The only problem with that fight, unfortunately for Otto von Bismarck, is that he
died,
died
yeah.
so early into it. Medusa died only at the end of it. So Medusa still got a lot from that fight, and Otto got virtually nothing personally.
Yeah. And it's good for Venus to get money, but Viper's not
Yeah.
the biggest scaler, so, you know, if you have to give money
Viper
to-
is not a scaler, period. The only scales that Viper's got are on his back.
Yeah. So if you want to give the money to someone, it's not him, and he got it all.
How's
so whoops.
CK so far behind? He laned 3, he shouldn't have laned 3, and since then he's been giving the farm mostly to Jug and Viper.
Poor
Definitely should have, like, the more time has gone on, the more this has looked like having Viper as the one over CK has just been, like, such a bad mistake. Like, imagine how much easier this game is for Otto's team if CK is the one who's balling, CK is the one who's getting the casual ultra kill, you know?
Yeah, because Viper, I mean, he had a good lane, but it hasn't translated into too much. I mean, that was a big play, but before then, it just wasn't doing a ton.
Right.
You're pinging out Auto right now.
If they're smoking at him.
And he is
Uh,
not acknowledging it, he just walked right to the wave.
They've got Legion coming in. They got,
Oh dear.
He's hexed. Oh, he might be
He's
dead.
dead.
Probably is.
That's a go
Nothing
off.
to- Ooh, Otto's just dying too much. I mean, he had a good, decent, okay lane, but now he's just getting caught out. I mean, it's also
Right.
hard. You got instant stuns, and then even in your thing, Legion can duel you. But
You've
still,
got
he's
you've got an
getting caught out.
entire team who is focusing exclusively on you, and I don't think Otto is acknowledging that at this point.
Yeah.
So they let the jug through and then they kill it 4 times in 20 minutes? Okay. That's a
Listen,
Chad
this might
move
this
right
might be
there.
the first time you don't ban the jug because you can counter it. You counter it.
His bottom tower
Right.
has fallen.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm always talking about. The interesting thing is, I don't think they really have that great of jug counters on this team. Really even. I don't think they have jug counters at all on this team. I think they're just
Your
doing,
size is
they're
dead.
getting around it by
Radiant's bottom
play.
tower is under
You're just
attack.
going Silver Edge.
Deuce had Scotty at the end of that last fight, and she is going so
Yeah,
much. That's
she did.
interesting.
But
We're
yeah,
gonna
Mantis
get
said-
rid of Viper
Scotty's
there,
Silver Edge.
presumably.
Oh yeah, probably. Maybe some mobility. You know, she does always suffer from just being the slowest snake alive.
That
I
is
think it
true.
also hurts jug.
Dire's
Yeah.
top tower
More than you
is
might
under
expect.
attack.
I mean, him
Yes,
losing
crit.
his crits is bad, but it's a little hard to actually get him with the break off of that, because I mean, he's not going to be a very easy or alluring target in the middle of fights, or at least ideally he shouldn't. He's been so far, but
He
it's
has
Otto.
been,
He
yeah.
has to stop, right? I mean, Otto von Bismarck is not a guy who lets this happen to him 4 times and just says, "All right, well, clearly what I'm doing is working. Time to continue," you know.
Oh, he has the kitty.
Who does?
With the Mew. Otto, he has the kitty board. It made the Mew.
And
Anyways.
somebody has the silly armadillo as well.
Fighter,
Oh, they
they
got
have Ray
Medusa.
Bebe trapped in a very awkward position.
And then Dusa is in that, which is unideal. She's kind of staying there.
Again, just LC, when the team's around, has no ability to win these duels. Everybody's trying to tank through the
Dead.
static storm.
Omni off, Omni off. Ooh,
Oh,
Omni's
what an
killing a lot of
Omni.
them. Ooh. Up, Jumpman's got him hexed
But-
though. He might die for this because he
The
didn't
Jumpman's
fucking get the
got
shaman
him
in the Omni.
Super hexed.
Oof.
Okay.
Ooh, that looked like I thought that was gonna be a
How's
lot
the table
worse.
turn?
That looked like it
We're
was such
making
a...
another ultra kill here.
Yeah, it looked like that was fucking Jug going crazy, but he just the wrong guy didn't die.
Right.
He got disrupted
Yeah,
and not shaman.
The Omni just walked right onto the worst possible targets for it, and as a result,
Yeah.
it just ended up getting
And-
trashed.
And
Like
also,
Lester, I'll be
everybody
honest.
fucking like lived through it. Like everybody got through with like 10% health and then didn't die,
Right.
except for Disruptor.
Well, and
not what you
LC.
want.
LC
LC.
also died, but I mean, at
Okay,
this
LC
point,
died.
what does that really matter? She is
Yeah, she
clearly
got-
not going to be a factor in this game.
Listen, she got the duel off to hold them in place. That's, you know. Yeah, LC is. She's got less money than Big Boy LaCroix, who does have his armlet. Probably had it for a while.
Take
But...
Roshan from this.
Ooh, Viper, is that BKB new? I think it's new.
You can hold over it. The duration will not lie to you. It's 9 seconds, so yeah, it's
Yeah.
new.
Yeah, it's new.
That goes to what
Or
I was
new
talking about
BKB.
earlier. You know, Viper has to get that BKB way earlier than he wants it.
Alright, Deuce has a Crystallis. I guess that makes sense actually. I was like, why would you get this one? But she does really like crits, so.
I don't know, it's found
He
Ray
just,
Bebe here.
he just diffusal bladed one of those creeps rather than Medusa.
Fucking
No, he
rip.
just her. She just.
Alted, but Jumpman's dead.
Otto
Big
is
Boy
still
LaCroix
running.
is not taking a lot of damage.
What is Otto waiting for? A bus? Like,
Oh, what a macro fire!
huge
Big
macro.
Oh,
Captain Fire
Macro
Hill
fire
is dead.
so big.
Waiting
come
for
back to
duel, I
life.
guess.
that one. Beatus might be
Bristleback.
dead.
Yeah,
Yes.
Beatus is dead, but Bristle is even
But
better.
Bristle's dead, and that's a loss of at
Maybe
least-
not, he's so slow!
Okay.
Oh, he
Double,
got the 4
triple
step.
kill.
Good job. Go,
Double triple kill for Trash Man.
boss.
Yeah. As a result, it's hard to say that was worth it in any significant capacity for Otto's
It's-
team. If they had gotten
I mean, it's-
Bristle, that would have been great.
It's 3 for
But-
3. Their
Oh,
mid dies,
awesome.
your mid doesn't, but then you lose your safe lane, they don't lose their safe lane.
That's the
Got some
power of
ult
force
chat.
stats for you
Very
right
nice.
there.
Yeah. Build 4-step supports, it's good.
Yep. Yeah, I think maybe one of the just most under-bought things this patch, which is weird because it still bought a lot. I think right now there's almost genuinely an argument for 4 stats both supports every game. Like,
Yeah.
it is ridiculously important right now.
You're just like, there's no reason for anyone ever to not have one, at least supports.
It feels like slow. One of the big things of this particular patch.
Ooh. Yeah.
And just being able to
Otto's
get around
working on
those slows.
Yeah, that's big.
Slows
Otto's
and
working on his
bursts.
Swish Slash. He's, he's about 1k gold off, a little more. Seems like his farm slowed down, because he hasn't really gotten a big item since Diffusal.
Right. No,
It's not like
he's
it's
been
point
doing. He's been
booster,
spinning his wheels, getting basically nothing done.
Yeah. Just kind of dying and, you know, getting ganked or dying in team fights. And
This is
Blast
looking
Rig.
for something
I
here.
like Blast Rig.
But
Might
pretty much,
bamboozle Legion once or twice.
pretty much drove Otto's team out of their own jungle
Yeah.
at this point.
Up. Going in.
Jeez.
Walk
Legion's
up
looking for
shenanigans.
something.
Fine
Oh.
shenanigans.
He doesn't get the duel
Oh.
up because they fucking glimmer.
Good glimmer. Good glimmer there.
Yeah, good. Nice one, CM.
I
Good
don't
reactions.
think the duel wins anyway, but
Yeah.
good glimmer.
Yeah.
Just, I do feel like there's almost a bit of hesitation there as well. And am I going to be able to win this? The answer is probably no.
Well, there's a Jakiro staring at you as well, so
Yeah.
I mean, I probably
Yeah.
would not.
I mean,
go
that's
for
what
it
I'm talking
either.
about. Like, you know,
Yeah.
you're
I was
always
also-
hesitating in a game like this as LC.
Yeah. I was also like, if she dropped the duel, that might be then Jug alts and, you know, and could have been.
You die, yeah.
Yeah. Polak thinks the Radiant are too cocky with their plays.
He says they're taking fights they shouldn't. I think I agree with that. At this point, I don't think there is a good reason at all to take any sort of fights outside of just tower defenses.
Yeah, any high grounds or fights, you have a clear advantage.
She
Tower
wrapped.
defenses.
Big Boy LaCroix is... he's
He's
hexed.
out there.
Yeah, I don't think he thought they were smoked, so like he walked right next to them, didn't really realize they were there. Legion gets another duel, up to 100 duel damage now.
This is making the Pause 3 CK look really bad, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it feels like he's
You're
had...
more than poking T3 right now.
Looking like a bench. Oop. Snakes off.
Feels like old Big Boy LaCroix has had no impact this game, and I feel like that
BKB
would
pop.
have been the case if he was
BKB.
one.
Jug silenced. Not a kill, but keeps him from going in with his ult.
It looks like they're actually still going after the racks here.
Up he goes up.
Flip Flash comes
Flip
out.
Flash. Captain Beale's dead. But he is now in trouble-ish, kind of, maybe?
Nah.
Yeah, his spin will save him, maybe. Siam's dead. Goodbye, Siam.
Yep.
They're dying
Trash
right now.
man's
They
dead.
can't be dying defending Rex.
Not trash
Yeah.
man, but Jumpman is dead. See, that's why he should keep that poop name, you know? Like, he's already got a man on his team.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, come on, you should be people what are patties.
So
Yeah.
they defended their Rex. They
But
lost,
they lost to
melee
melee.
and lost a buyback.
Yeah.
And the range is like 200, so that is kind of just, I mean, you know,
They're
they're gonna get
walking
in,
outta
boop, boop. Yeah, so that's not ideally what you want. They're smoking
boss
it top.
positioning.
Yeah,
Positioning.
boss right now.
Boss positioning
Point up there.
specifically to
Oh,
tank
force
the
step,
gank
oh.
here.
Good job, boss.
Does
Deuce
indeed do it.
might live because of that. She's got her silver edge finish now. Maybe she had it before.
Rush man looking for
Puts it up him.
Oh, the duel!
Oh, he's dead.
That is massive.
But Legion's dead.
I just got a question, you know, the Otto's team there just did not feel like.
And
It could
Deuce
be a
is
little
gonna
more
die.
massive actually for
Deuce does have
Otto's
buyback
team.
here. Now Otto's dead. He was probably, but they got. Does Viper have a shard?
Does
No.
Viper has a shard? No. Yeah,
He
Viper
is
has a
so
shard.
massive right now.
Okay, he does now. He literally just got
Oh,
it.
okay. Okay, so they might still get some push off this because Deuce is fucking dead for 70.
You would
Yeah.
think that killing the Jug would make the fight easy to win, but it's actually not because this Viper does a ridiculous amount of damage to you.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's a
yeah, it's
useful
just,
man.
it's just the break. It's like, the break
Yeah.
against that lineup is ridiculously good. And if he's able to
CK's
get it
gonna gotta
off,
be keeping.
that's great.
Can you? Yeah, good stuff. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you.
The only question for Viper really is if. And it is a big if for Viper. It's been just a lot of these fights where nothing has happened.
Oh, Big Boy LaCroix
back
here,
to
in
Big Boy.
trouble maybe? No, he's still tanking. Whoop,
Yeah,
Whistleback
LC
stuck in
taking
the
a
wrong
look at
way.
it, but-
Whoop, Whistleback wants him.
Still going.
He's hungry.
He's
Hungry!
very hungry.
Yeah, he is very
for-
hungry, and he
he's
does get
hungry
him.
for
but-
death. Gets him but dies, which is not great. But no, they are scared off, but losing a 7 times kill streak is unideal to one of the guys who's doing really good.
On
Again,
one
doesn't
hand,
scale,
lost
but
it to one of
still.
those guys who's really good. On the other hand, that guy doesn't scale, and Bristleback just bought an item, which means that even under the break, he's probably never dying to Viper again.
Eternal Shroud. It's good stuff,
Yeah.
gets a spell shield.
But
Yeah,
every
Viper,
time Otto's team gets something good done, they just lose such a big value target for doing it that it just makes it feel like, you know, it's great. Viper's getting money. That's great. That's fantastic. But Chug or CK needs to get that money. Just needs
Yeah.
to. Like, every
Yeah.
time that Otto's team gets something done and the money just goes to Viper, the support line, it almost didn't happen, you know? Like, kill a Medusa, that's great! But Jug wasn't there to see it, so he got
Great, but
nothing
you
for
missed
it.
26 boxes.
Yeah. Deuce is heading into their jungle. There's a ward there. She's followed up by Jumpman. We'll see. They're not really over there.
Yeah, but another invasion of an
picking him out.
by jungle.
Yeah.
Interestingly, they don't cap the outpost here.
Don't.
Still, which is something that I feel like you would do if you were confident that they weren't here. They actually
Saw
actually
this.
smoked. Yeah,
Jumpman might be about to die here.
yeah, he's definitely dead. This is another. He's just
Oh,
blatantly just
Yeah.
trying to tank the gank.
Oh, yep. Oh, Otto doesn't even fucking use his Stretch Slash. It looked like he was about to, and then he's like, wait, no, that guy's dead. I ain't even gonna use my 20-second cooldown on this man.
On one hand, getting any kills at all is good for them right now, but on the other hand, the you can really see just the 4 protect 1 strategy going on right now in big form for
Yeah.
the the Hunter Bounties lineup, like every single time Medusa's doing anything, there's a support that is standing in a place specifically to get caught on smoke and die, just so Medusa has time to TP.
Mm-hmm. She's been living so far, which is good. Don't want her dead. What's bad if you're Radiant?
Yep, the downside to that is like, I do feel like at this point, Bristleback is starting to look very mortal, and
Radiant's top tower
if it
is
comes
under
down to it at the end of the game, if it turns into Medusa 1v5ing in another 10 to 20 minutes,
Radiant
that is super bad for Hunter Bounties. I don't think
Bristleback,
Medusa wins that
Bristleback
1v5.
looked mortal because he ran out against 5, tried to get a kill 1v4.
You
I don't
did
think
do
he's
that.
necessarily that mortal in
Well, he's-
like a fight where he doesn't misplay.
He's always mortal if he's broken. It's just as simple as that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. His back is not bristly. Then he's just back.
Dire are scanning.
Right. Just back.
Mm-hmm. They should make
Smoke
that a
Ghost
hero.
motto here.
Radiant's middle barracks.
Trash
Oh,
man does
Bristleback.
not care.
Oh, that guy's dead, but he does get off his thing, getting Bristle
That
in the
is a
silence.
massive static storm.
That's big.
Yep.
But can they play off it?
Answer is not really, looks like. Oh,
Not
Viper
really.
actually just randomly got hit by the last tick of the Medusa ult, so maybe a little bit more than that.
Rip.
LC just barely won out that duel there. Though it came at the cost of Trash man's
Got her
life.
thing, but she's not. She got Viper. Viper seemed really tanky though. It took a really long time to kill.
That was Medusa's 9-second BKB.
Yeah.
Bristle's
This ain't
back
doing
in the
no
fight.
fucking damage.
Buyback.
That's Bristle's buyback, but he's
fucking
not going to be able to save
alive.
Ray!
Dead.
He's not even going to be able to kill CK
Boy
here.
LaCroix lives.
Rather unfortunate.
Oof. Now, you remember what I was talking about just a few minutes ago. Every time something big happens for BAR, it comes at the cost of Otto or Jug or CK's life. Well, there's a fight where they get something done. CK and Jug are the only ones that live. And you want to talk about big, how about a team wipe plus Bristle just bought back for no reason? Got absolutely
Big.
nothing for it.
Yeah. Not great. I feel like Deuce wasn't doing much damage on that fight. I think she got fucking blast rigged or something. I saw it on her for a second. So then she was just like
Yeah,
missing
she
all the
doesn't.
shots.
She doesn't hurt as much as you'd
I
like to
expected
see.
more.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, she had the blast
Disruptor
trigger.
run down.
is... Yeah, unalive.
Oh, Otto uses a Swift Slash to break in.
Otto uses Swift Flash to steal from CK.
Yep. Steal from the
You don't
poor guy
fucking
himself.
Yeah, sorry, this is... Listen, I'm the big boy on this team, not you. Call me Big Boy Otto.
Boy Auto, yeah, exactly.
Poor large man, sparkling water.
Large man, sparkling water, yeah.
Were you the one who didn't know LaCroix was sparkling water?
Yeah, it was me.
Okay, cool. Just checking. No, like shade. I just.
I
just
thought it
remembered
was
somebody.
just some weird Cajun name, like.
Nope. That's I mean, maybe somebody is named LaCroix out there, but I think it is better known for.
It's a pretty
you know,
common
everyone.
Cajun name.
Yeah. I've never been to Casia, so you know.
Me either.
Well, they call it Nova Scotia now.
Oh, I see.
And they don't even live there anymore, so you know.
Right. Okay, Deuce is going for an MKB. She's like, fuck that blast rig shit. I ain't dealing with that again.
Yep. Not a big surprise. But it's just another detour from, like, real damage items for Medusa,
Yeah.
because her two items so far have been the bars. And, like, the bar is, you know, the MKB is at least decent damage, but I can assure you that Jug's upcoming... Okay, maybe not. He's going Lincoln's himself.
Lincoln's.
I was gonna say, I can assure you, basically, that Jug's building damage himself. No, he's building Lincoln's, it's fine.
Lincoln
Okay,
Spear,
never
yeah.
mind, Deuce. You're going
Against
the right way.
that, against that
I
shaman.
I mean, I think that might also be just, well, he has a Trickster cloak now, so, you know, that's not fun. You might want that MKB. Oh, 5-man smoke on the
smoke.
side of the Radiant. Don't have
Probably looking
vi-
at Bristle? Bristle
Probably.
sees it, he gets the hell out of dodge immediately.
Yeah.
Interestingly,
And-
there's no vision there, he's just like, nope, done with that.
Everyone disappears
the
off the
jungle.
map. You can probably assume what they're doing.
Yeah. You know? Oi, what's all this then?
They're
we're
gonna
gonna
fight him
anyways.
anyway.
Contact her.
Oh,
Oh,
Blinks.
blink dodge.
Dodges
he's
the,
got a flicker.
but,
okay,
fortunately for them.
Alt on the back line, Disruptor's dead. Where's Deuce? There she is.
LC just had a completely pointless duel, just got
Oh,
no damage.
jeez. Well, there's some people dead. Up, he's stunned his thing. He's stunning. He ate the fucking ult, but now he's slashing. Ugh, she's out of mana. She's
Out of
dying.
mana and
She's
standing the break juice.
You don't want to stand in the break juice. Dude, so you gotta stop standing in that fucking break juice. You do it every fight. I know you're slow, but please walk like 10 seconds.
And
Beatus
CK
Otto getting
dies
steady.
and Bristle lives, and those two things are bad news.
That's
But
not-
despite all that,
Radiant's
that's
middle
still a
tower
win,
is under
I would
attack.
say, and a pretty
Yeah, and they're
distinctive
gonna take
one.
Roshan right now,
Yep.
which is
Be
maybe even
crazy
bigger
not
than the
to.
fight win, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, especially with how they were losing before, it's kind of just, hey, the fights aren't all going bad anymore. It's also nice.
Like a 6v5 against this Jug you haven't really been able to kill for like 15 minutes.
Problematic.
Yeah.
Fallen to the
But
Radiant.
G-Rap's
against the
actually
Viper.
taking it.
6v5 against this Viper.
Yes,
I don't
Otto,
know.
Viper got
Otto
a
doesn't
Scythe.
think he's mortal enough. Or mortal
Viper
enough.
just got a
yeah.
Scythe.
Scythe.
You got Skype.
I don't know what was stopping LC from being able to attack in that last fight, for the record. I'm really not sure. But she had a duel on Jakiro where she legitimately just wasn't able to hit him. He wasn't stunned or anything. He just got Shiva's guard. He's got poor LC, dude. Like, as if this game wasn't bad enough for her. Rat
Wraith
Pack
Pack
and the
Jakiro,
Shiva's
okay.
guard.
Poor man. Anyways, answer Bellatrix question real quick. No, neither Beatus or the Otto are currently going for Scotty.
Otto has Scotty.
Oh, he does? He does.
Yeah.
Otto says Scotty. I'm stupid. To answer your question, never let me answer your questions, but nobody else was answering your questions, so.
Yeah, there you
They're
go.
gonna put the shard on CK.
Yeah. Ooh, Jug has a spell prism.
Free shot for him is going to help him get some time back. It's going to help him approach the board a little bit more. He is
Yeah.
starting to get to the point of contention with other cores, but he's still more or less in last place. Unless you count LC as a core, which at this point I don't think you can in good faith.
She's trying. She's going for an overwhelming blink now. She does have 150 dual
Interesting.
damage.
Yep.
Just still ain't paying off for much.
Yeah.
Ooh, they got a leveler on, and a penta sword on, side of the Dire.
That's two very big jungle items for them right there.
Yeah. Right now, Medusa has the penta.
Bristleback leveler, okay.
I actually have the Penta on the other team as well. They have the Penta on VAR. Interestingly enough, nobody has taken that.
Dire's top tower.
Nice.
I don't
Beatus
want
still
the
has
spell
a,
prism.
Ring of
Radiant's
Aquila.
top tower is under attack.
Yeah, Jakiro still has an arcane ring.
Guys, you gotta check your neutral items, guys.
See if that's the case on Hunter Bounties as well. Yeah, Hunter Bounties all have high tier items, so.
I just want to draw more attention again to the auto spell prism, which is
I know.
a
yeah.
super interesting choice, actually.
It is.
Like,
There's a
wants
trickster
more on
and
this.
a penta. I expected
wants
from
more
it.
spins, wants more switch slash.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just wants to be. He's like, nope, I'm not letting you hit me ever. I'm always magic immuner in the air.
Yep,
I'm always healing my team.
not
Yeah.
a surprise.
Yeah.
It's
And
pretty
then
much
nobody-
the ideal. I think as much as people don't want to think about that sometimes, I do think that is kind of the ideal state of being for Juggernaut, is just being off the map as much as possible.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's something I very much accepted. You know, it takes you a minute, but you're like, oh right, I don't want to right click unless it's 5v1, or you know.
You,
I
Mr. Baladag, you must have missed out whenever Bean said that Viper got Scythe.
Yeah.
And then we all made fun of her for it because we're bullies.
Only you made fun of me. Randy didn't say anything.
Randy was making fun of you in his head.
Randy, can you confirm?
I would say? I don't know.
Don't
Maybe
worry, I
it's
got a
not
direct
remember what
link
was
in your
going on in
mind.
my head 5 minutes ago.
Got a direct link in your mind, I know all your thoughts.
I'm not comfortable with that.
Wait.
And now we wait.
Juggernaut is disconnected.
I am the Juggernaut.
It's a
Hi,
super
Mr.
even game right now. I think
I think
I
it
don't
being
know.
I think it being an even game actually does not favor Hunter Bounties. Like, this game evening out is not good
Unideal.
for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They still have some advantages. They still have the racks at mid, for example,
Internet
Which is
issue
big.
/ potty break.
which is big. Getting
Yeah,
the
it
racks here
matters.
is big for them. And Medusa is still, well, both Medusa
Yeah.
and Bristle still require a lot
Yeah.
of attention to bring down. But the problem is that at this point, they're pretty firmly established to be mortals.
Yeah, I mean, I guess basically the point is like if they win a big fight, that's gonna turn into potentially game winning or maybe another lane of racks, you know. But it's looking
Yeah.
like it's difficult to get that big fight win, you know.
Whereas on the
Well-
other hand, a big win from Otto's team could be exactly as devastating and looks a lot more realistic.
Potentially.
Such as
Yeah.
why the game is even.
Yeah, it's tight.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dusa is she might have the same cap. She sent someone in the secret shop. I guess she's getting the demon edge first. Her
Yep,
courier's
the
going to the
damage.
secret shop.
Here you can see everybody's items on the stream here. Interestingly,
Right, okay.
the boss has actually finished up his eggs, which is a pretty big deal. It means BKBs are a lot less relevant on the Radiant right now. That's pretty big. But the problem is that he's not really been able to get great static storms the last couple of fights. I think the big issue is, like I said, he has so many masters to serve with those static storms, and it's just not a
Huh.
situation where you can get all that many people in them realistically.
You know what they say?
All toasters, toast, toast.
No, he who chases two masters catches neither.
Is that true?
I don't know.
I'd have to ask Lifestealer, I think.
Yeah.
He's like, as the master requires.
Oh yeah, but he only has one, so he wouldn't be an
That's
expert
true.
on two.
But he at least is an expert on individual masters, which is more. It's closer to relevancy than being close to zero masters, you know?
Right. So, right, so...
My opinion is this.
I've decided to cancel the line I was about to go on. I can tell you it later if you'd like.
I think, yeah, sure, that'd be great. I think,
Okay.
I think realistically, the next time Hunter Bounties lose a big fight, they're just on the defensive for the rest of the game. I think next time Hunter Bounties lose a fight in big form, they're on the back foot. They are on the D, and their actual path to victory just starts shrinking really dramatically. I don't think there's a point where it goes away in this game. I don't think there is a, like, I mean, until, like, the very, very end, I don't think there's really a game over for them, but...
Yeah, once the Ancient's down, that's
Yeah.
it.
But I do think if they lose another big fight, especially since they're trying to force one now to squeeze some use out of the Sages that just has a minute left on it. If they lose another big fight, that is just disastrously bad for them.
Ooh, Dusa has finished her MKB, but is 500 short of buyback now.
You're gonna run a full with the Sages.
That could be something.
Immediately
Beat us.
just...
We blink dodge the Viper
Oh,
Strike with
he's got
Flicker.
him there. Yeah,
dropped-
Flicker's fucking...
They dropped so
Oh,
much. Captain Fire
Lincolns,
Isle
the Lincolns
killed
were-
them.
Sages.
they didn't fucking duel auto! Those are the Lincolns!
They just comes out on Viper, but he's in a horrible way.
My
Bristleback
God,
is super
Bristle's
dead.
dead.
But it's been
Fucking
so
rip.
long since he's died, even though that was his dieback, he actually has the ability to buy again.
Nice.
And they
Alright,
say,
baby.
well, I thought they were saying good enough. Maybe not. Coming back in for round
Big
2.
Boy LaCroix's in.
Legion Commander
Auto's
super
in.
dead.
Legion's dead. That's about to die back on Bristle,
Bristleback.
baby.
Yep, Bristleback looking very, very dead. He's gone.
Die back.
Legion Commander also bought back, but man, it's hard to say what use that's gonna be. Ray Bebe has to retreat.
Well, and they killed none of them. Big Boy's almost dead, but not actually dead.
Yeah, they didn't get
Yep.
anything for that.
Well, you
That
don't want
was-
that for
Okay.
Bristle dying twice. That's not what you want.
You remember when I was talking about how the next time that they lose a big fight, they're going to be on the defensive for the rest of the game? That was a pretty big signature for it. I mean, you were talking about Bristle only seeming mortal in that one occasion. No, I think that's...
Oh wait, we bumped. He broke
Cool,
or something
but,
else. I was about to say stop
oh,
fucking.
dear.
Okay, we gave him damage, but okay, if he dies here, it's okay. If he lives, okay, he's dead. I
On
was
one
gonna
hand,
say
he
if he
did die. On
he's
the other
hexed.
hand, that just went to Disruptor.
Yeah. Uh oh. Dude's
If
just
Ruben
kind of in a
did
weird
die,
spot here.
very
Nope,
bad.
Nope. Nothing really to do. She doesn't have a. She still doesn't have a
Ray doesn't
buyback.
have buy.
Well, that's.
Otto's coming back. Otto wants to
Well,
finish
none
the
of
job.
game.
It's probably GG if as soon as they realize they're not fucking buying back. That's just the end.
Dyer's
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, that's looking like game.
Well,
Yeah, there you
good game, fellas.
Dyer's structures are
Okay, the glyph.
They're the
Gonna
glyph.
stave them off momentarily, but Auto
Unfortunately,
will,
they got that
connect to this
Viper
team.
shard.
Unfortunately, the glyph does not last 75 seconds,
Yeah.
which is what they need.
middle is under attack.
Oh dear. Well, there was
Okay.
a
Dyer's
There was a great argument against a Bristleback 1 in this game, I think.
1-0 auto.
And it felt like in the span of one team fight, in the span of one bad play, Bristleback turned from a major factor in this game to absolutely no value whatsoever.
Yeah. That is embarrassing.
1-0 for Audubon Bismarck. I think this is
Yeah.
probably the unexpected result.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's well, you can counter Jug, but maybe you can't counter Jug.
Yeah, I
Maybe
guess
you
not.
can.
Yeah,
Don't
I
let
mean,
that
I'm
go
sure.
through.
I don't know. Yeah, you know, it's
For those of you on YouTube, we'll see you next time. For those of you on stream, we'll see you right now.